Looking at some of the children, you know they don't go to any of their clubs after school. This is their one night where they socialise and make the most of being able to go somewhere because of the transport.
We decided as a school, with the management team of the school, about how we were going to spend some of our PEF funding, and the priorities for us were think about the children and the difficulties that they face living on the island of Yell. And a lot of that really is to do with rural isolation and how difficult it can be for them to attend different events that tend to run in mid-Yell in the centre of the island. So we made the decision to cost out and find out how much it would be for transport to encourage all the children to come along to Youth Cafe on a Friday night. We could get together and take part in lots of different activities that we felt would be valuable to them. Well, as a parent of a children going to Youth Cafe for years now and know how much they can get from it socially, but also a lot of the learning that goes on with the different agencies that come and work alongside Youth Cafe. Lots of different experiences. So it was important for me that as a parent, my children still got to go to Youth Cafe. In the past, I've had to run them in and out from mid-Yell whenever I could, and that is a huge burden in lots of ways in the family, because every Friday night you're having to go driving back and forward to mid-Yell. So there's a benefit certainly in the transport being provided, because then the children can all go. And in the past, with some children whose parents perhaps weren't able to take them in and out, and they stayed away from everyone else, and they just didn't have the option to go into the Youth Cafe. So as a parent, it was important. Certainly from the school point of view, it's about building our school community and that ethos of everyone being able to get together and have equality and be sharing in the same experiences. And it shouldn't matter what part of the island they're from or what their family background is, they should all have these opportunities. And that's a cornerstone of our school and what we're trying to do.
Well, it started off because I was a mentor to some of the disadvantaged children on the island, and we realised that they weren't able to access Youth Cafe and things like that. And then we didn't want to make them stick out by just ordering a taxi or something for them. So we decided that it would be best to open it up to all the children. So that's what we did. In remote areas like this, our children don't have access to lots of things going on in the town. Again, it's a transport issue, it's a long way. And youth work is one of the, Youth Cafe and Youth Club is one of the best things that they can attend, where they can go with their friends and just hang out. So yeah, it's hugely important.
As part of the youth service, we were delighted to work with Mid-Yell Junior High School and the community in Yell to make sure that young people were able to access the youth club through PEF funding provided by the school. We were approached by the school to utilise PEF funding to support young people, particularly around health and wellbeing, by providing every young person in Yell with the opportunity to access the youth club. It meant there was no inequalities in the community. Everybody was able to access the youth club provision and the activities that we were able to offer through the youth work service. It's been great to receive the PEF funding from the local school. By bringing those partners together from the local school, the youth service and the wider community, it's meant that we've been able to remove transport as a barrier for young people and parents and guardians in the community, meaning everybody is able to access youth club provision, and we've actually seen an increase in participation rates in the youth club over the past year.
Coming to the Youth Cafe is the only social event they have in the whole of Yell to get together with school. So putting in the transport makes it available for everybody. It makes it fair, because some parents work shifts, only have one car, so the kids wouldn't win in, and some parents couldn't afford to drive them back and forth, because Yell's a big area for kids to drive, so it's a big expense to go all the way if you win in Yell to the middle and back again at night to pick them up. So so yeah, it makes it accessible for all the parents. It's so good for them socially, because they all get together at school, but it's the school environment, and I think it's so important for them to get in a social environment, like just to hang out, just to be with each other and have fun. I think it's been really, really good for them.
Well, as a parent of somebody who lives in Yell, I feel I'm very much a taxi driver, often at the weekend, so any opportunity not to have to take my child to somewhere he wants to go, then is good for me, for sure. A lot of the activities that he's interested in mean that I I have to take him to Lerwick on a Saturday, on a Sunday. So you have to be very, keen for him to take part in social events. And if I get the chance to not have to take him somewhere, then it's good for me. It allows him to do things for himself as well, give him a bit of independence. He doesn't have to rely on me taking him everywhere. And I can see he appreciates that. You can see he feels very grown up, taking himself to the bus, to the youth cafe with his friends. So, yeah, it's good. We live in Lerwick, and apart from him, there's maybe one other teenager about his age. So, often he'll maybe invite one or two people to be with at home, but the youth cafe gives him an opportunity to really mix up with a much bigger group of people, boys and girls, which is kind of nice, gives him confidence. Yeah.
I have fun. It's really benefited me. Olivia is one of 4 bairns. I have 3 younger boys at home from the ages of 6 to 11. So really maybe 9:30 at night coming home on a Friday. Even the youngest one is wanting to go to his bed by that point. Her dad works nights occasionally, so it means I really didn't have to worry about taking them all out. It's my biggest blessing with the whole lot, to be honest. From a personal point of view, Olivia again, we live out of Mid-Yale. She gets that night where she's free to have all her friends from different age groups that she's getting to socialise with, that she wouldn't always have. She maybe has 1 or 2 friends that's close home about that she can walk over to, cycle over to, but this is her one night that they all look forward to. That, I mean, it really is nearly the whole school here tonight that's mixing. So it's lovely to see different age groups.
There's like tuck shops we can buy like CDs and like we can play games in the hall and do like crafts and all that. You get to like meet up and like talk to people, and it's not like school where you have to work. You can go outside and you can.
Yeah, it's helping because more people are coming and it's less hassle getting parents to take us. And like arranging whose turn it is, because that's always a bit of a struggle when we have to do it.
I think it's a really good idea because I can meet up with my pals from other parts of Yale in a more relaxed setting than school, because it's hard to meet up with people from other parts because Yale's just such a big place. And I really enjoy it because I can meet up with people that I wouldn't normally meet up with either. And yeah, it's good.